Mount Everest is the highest peak in the world, constantly challenging climbers with dangers beyond imagination. Everest is like a fierce battlefield, where climbers must fight not only against gravity, but also against death itself. According to the latest measurements announced by China and Nepal in 2020, Mount Everest towers an elevation of 8,848.86 meters above sea level. This height continues to change over time due to tectonic movements. Each year, Everest grows about 4 millimeters taller as the Indian Plate pushes northward into Eurasian Plate. Because of its status as the tallest peak on Earth, Everest acts like a magnetic field that draws climbers and adventurers from around the globe. Climbing Everest is seen as a symbol of strength, endurance, and human ambition, and reaching the summit brings unmatched satisfaction. The dramatic landscape of the Himalayas and the epic tales of climbers who either reached the top or met tragedy only add to the mountain's irresistible allure. Climbing Everest presents extraordinary challenges, with altitude being one of the greatest obstacles. Near the summit, weather can change in an instant, bringing blizzards that blanket the route with a treacherous layer of snow. Winds reaching up to 160 kilometers per hour can topple anything and anyone who dares to stand against them. When storms strike suddenly, climbers can quickly become lost or trapped in deadly conditions. Above 8,000 meters, the infamous death zone, oxygen levels drop to just 1/3 of what they are at sea level. The human body is not designed to survive at such altitudes for long. Here, the body begins to slowly break down, and every breath becomes a fight for life. The air feels painfully thin, and lungs strain to fill with enough oxygen. Hypoxia, or oxygen deprivation, soon attacks the brain and other vital organs, leading to mental confusion, loss of coordination, and even pulmonary or cerebral edema, both of which can be fatal. Pulmonary edema fills the lungs with fluid, causing severe shortness of breath, while cerebral edema causes the brain to swell, resulting in disorientation and loss of motor control. The only effective treatment is to descend as quickly as possible. Once climbers enter the death zone, they must move fast, but ironically, every step becomes more exhausting as their muscles grow weaker. At temperatures as low as -30 degrees Celsius, climbers face an extreme risk of frostbite. Frostbite can freeze tissues like fingers, toes, nose, and ears, turning skin black as it slowly dies. Even with modern cold weather gear, this danger remains, especially during prolonged exposure to icy winds. In the death zone, the human body undergoes extreme stress and struggles to get enough energy. Even with adequate food, climbers still lose significant weight and muscle mass due to a boosted metabolism and reduced appetite. Many report losing 10 to 15% of their body weight after a single expedition. Intense sunlight at high altitude, combined with snow reflection, can cause retinal damage and snow blindness. This leads to painful eyes and temporary vision loss, making it even harder for climbers to find their way. This is why Everest climbing history is filled with dramatic stories of mountaineers who could not make it back down after reaching the summit. Many die from exhaustion, hypoxia, or extreme weather. Their bodies often remain along the route, as recovery missions are too dangerous. Some have even become landmarks for other climbers, like Green Boots, a mountaineer whose body lies in a small cave near the summit. Since the first attempt in the 1920s, Everest has claimed over 300 lives. This brutal reality proves that climbing Everest is not merely a physical challenge. It is a life-or-death trial in one of the planet's harshest environments. For most of the world, Everest represents the peak of ambition, but for the Sherpa people, this mountain is a sacred and unforgiving home. The Sherpas have a long history as guides and porters for climbers. They revere the mountain, calling it Sagarmatha in Nepali, meaning goddess of sky, and Komalama in Tibetan, meaning Holy Mother of the Universe. Before each expedition, Sherpas perform a puja ceremony, seeking blessings from the gods for protection on their perilous journey. The Sherpa people live mainly in the high Himalayan regions of Nepal, Tibet, and parts of Bhutan and India. They are known for their incredible physical strength and high-altitude endurance, making them essential to Everest expeditions. Sherpa villages are usually located between 3,000 and 5,000 meters above sea level. Famous settlements like Namche Bazaar, Kamjung, and Tengbo show the heart of Sherpa culture. Their stone and wood homes with slate or metal roofs cling to steep mountainsides, enduring bitter cold and rugged terrain. Much of their livelihood depends on tourism and mountaineering. Many work as guides or porters, carrying gear and supplies for climbers. Everest expeditions provide the main source of income for many Sherpa families. Since the early 20th century, Sherpas have been vital to climbing missions, hauling loads, setting up camps, and fixing ropes across dangerous sections like the Khumbu Icefall and the death zone above 8,000 meters. They often carry 30 to 50 kilograms or more, risking their lives on treacherous slopes. They are also responsible for rescuing stranded climbers during emergencies. Guiding on Everest has had a huge economic impact on the Sherpa community. Sherpa guides can earn between $2,000 and $5,000 per climbing season, far above Nepal's average yearly income. But this work is extremely dangerous. Many Sherpas have died from avalanches, falls, or altitude sickness. The 2014 Khumbu Icefall avalanche, which killed 16 Sherpa guides, was a grim reminder of the risks they face. More than one-third of Everest's 300-plus deaths have been Sherpas. The Sherpas' extraordinary endurance has fascinated scientists worldwide. Studies published in the American Journal of Human Biology reveal that genetic adaptations allow them to use oxygen more efficiently and survive the extreme cold. Sherpas have 10 to 20% larger lung capacity than most people and maintain stable hemoglobin levels even at high altitudes. This prevents their blood from becoming too thick, allowing oxygen to flow efficiently without overloading the heart. Their mitochondria, the power plants of cells, are also more efficient at producing energy under hypoxic conditions, enabling Sherpas to perform strenuous physical work without tiring as quickly. This remarkable physiology is further supported by their traditional lifestyle in the Himalayas, which involves constant physical activity, such as climbing steep hills, farming, and carrying heavy loads.